Sethu Learns to Smile, written by Vinitha Ramchandani, narrated by Ranjan Kamath.
Sethu learns to smile. Sethu first ate up all the mangoes. He knew that his cousins Shija and Sumi had painstakingly collected the mangoes from the trees without his help and had hid them from him in the attic. He waited till they did all the work carefully. The wiping of the mangoes, the stacking of them neatly in rows, the counting, the division. Then, when they left, giggling as they hugged the secret to themselves, rustling their long cotton skirts with their dusty feet, he emerged from his hideout into the attic and ate the mangoes. At least he ate whatever he could. The rest he bit into, spat the sour chunks of mangoes aside, and let them be scattered around the attic. Before leaving the mango debris, he turned around, grinned at the wreckage, and imagined the look on their faces when they returned to their hidden loot. I must hide again, he thought. The look on their faces would be priceless. This done, Sethu swung down the attic. He stopped taking the stairs a long time ago. It was past his time to go to school. He had straggled at the murky pond at the village end, casting his line for fish, and had come back late, too late to be sent to school once again. He saw his mother's sad face in the kitchen. She had not said anything other than looking sadly at him. It only made him angrier with her. When his father passed away suddenly, Amma had sold the small farm they had happily lived in and had come back to live in the home of her prosperous brother. The farm had to be sold as the list of debtors was long. Sethu wept when they left their home forever. He loved the smell of his home. He loved the dark, cool corners that he had played. He loved the old wooden banister that he rode. He loved coming home from school to meet all the animals in his farm. He had named each one of them and would spend long hours with his father as he worked. The farm was small. His mother worked in the kitchen and then in the farm with his father after the home chores were done. They were happy growing tapioca and pepper. The farm animals looked after the daily needs of the home. Fresh, warm eggs, milk, butter, rice and herbs were always there. They would sit by the fading light and would have their dinner kanji and tasty upiri every night with the insistent sound of the crickets. The memories of the smell of burnt wood in their smoky kitchen would make Sethu's eyes prick with tears. Sethu tiptoed through the back door. Puchakutti the cat was lying in the sun, and he slid his feet under her belly and lifted her clean off the ground. Then he kicked his feet up in the air, letting the cat fall nimbly back on her feet. She snarled and arched her back and fled with a yowl as he hurled a pot full of water that he found nearby at her. The animal, it was obvious, had not forgotten memories of him trying to burn her tail, and she glared at him from atop the wall in sheer hatred. Sethu sped on. He skirted the outskirts of the house. He also had to avoid meeting Ammai. Yesterday afternoon he had been busy spraying the clothes with pesticide when he found himself staring at her watery eyes, her diamond nose ring glinting in the sun. He let the pesticide can drop from his hands and had run away. He knew she would tell his Amma. Let her, he thought with a scowl. Who cares? What will they do anyways? Throw me out? Let them. If they won't, I will probably run away anyway. Ammavan's big house was built right in front of his vast 100-acre property. He had coconut groves and grew pepper and cashew that were exported. He had an oil mill and a packaging farm, and the workers that came into the Parambu were numerous. It was easy to get lost. Sethu would disappear for long hours. His mother gave up waiting for him to have his lunch. He avoided meeting her eyes, and when he did look up, he looked at her with eyes that were full of hatred. He returned late in the evening when he knew that his uncle and the rest of the house had had their dinner. Then he would
Sample complete. Ready to continue?